Every kindness, caress, boyish grin, and thoughtful gesture, all were nothing but camouflage. He was a shell. There was nothing inside but howling emptiness. She pushed him. It was a hard push and he made a three-quarters somersault above the stairs before coming down on them, first on his knees, then on his arm, then full on his face. She heard his arm break. The heavy Waterford glass shattered on one of the uncarpeted risers. He rolled over again and she heard something else inside him snap. He screamed in pain and somersaulted one final time before landing on the hardwood hall floor in a heap, the broken arm, not broken in just one place but in several, cocked back over his head at an angle nature had never intended. His head was twisted, one cheek on the floor. Darcy hurried down the stairs. At one point she stepped on an ice cube, slipped, and had to grab the banister to save herself. At the bottom she saw a huge knob now poking out of the skin on the nape of his neck, turning it white, and said, "Don't move, Bob, I think your neck is broken." His eye rolled up to look at her. Blood was trickling from his nose, that looked broken, too, and a lot more was coming out of his mouth. Almost gushing out. "You pushed me," he said. "Oh Darcy, why did you push me?" "I don't know," she said, thinking we both know. She began to cry. Crying came naturally, he was her husband, and he was badly hurt. "Oh God, I don't know. Something came over me. I'm sorry. Don't move, I'll call 911 and tell them to send an ambulance." His foot scraped across the floor. "I'm not paralyzed," he said. "Thank God for that. But it hurts." "I know, honey. Call the ambulance. Hurry." She went into the kitchen, spared a brief glance for the phone and its charger cradle, then opened the cabinet under the sink. "Hello? Hello? Is this 911? She took out the box of plastic Glad bags, the storage size ones she used for the leftovers when they had chicken or roast beef, and pulled one from the box. "This is Darcelyn Anderson, I'm calling from 24 Sugar Mill Lane, in Yarmouth." "Have you got that?" From another drawer, she took a dishwiper from the top of the pile. She was still crying. "Nose like a fire hose," They'd said when they were kids. Crying was good. She needed to cry, and not just because it would look better for her later on. He was her husband, he was hurt, she needed to cry. She remembered when he still had a full head of hair. She remembered his flashy breakaway move when they danced to Footloose. He brought her roses every year on her birthday. He never forgot. They had gone to Bermuda, where they rode bikes in the morning and made love in the afternoon. They had built a life together, and now that life was over and she needed to cry. She wrapped the dishwiper around her hand and then stuffed her hand into the plastic bag. I need an ambulance, my husband fell down the stairs. I think his neck might be broken. Yes. Yes. Right away. She walked back into the hall with her right hand behind her back. She saw he had pulled himself away from the foot of the stairs a little, and it looked like he'd tried to turn over on his back, but that he hadn't been successful. She knelt down beside him. I didn't fall, he said.